time no see. Where? It's been so long since I recorded a video. I think I even forgot how this thing works. Anyway, I don't even remember the last video I did. I hope it's this year. If it's not, please forgive me. A lot has been going on, and today I'm here to share with you my pregnancy journey. So first, I discovered my I have very regular cycles. So at the end of February, of course, I was expecting like my cycle to come. So I'm looking at the app. I use the Flow app, or I use my app. Is it called My App and Flow? I usually have two apps to track my periods. So when I saw that my periods were late, I decided to take a test because I have a very regular cycle, like 28 days. So I went, did the test, and found out I was pregnant. Finding out you're pregnant has never been easy for anyone, even though you know what you've been doing or whatever. You never know. Like, you can have a scare and it's nothing, or I don't know. So for me, I found out I was pregnant. I remember it was in the morning and I was going to work. I remember just sitting on that toilet seat, just shaking, realizing like, whew, I'm going to be a parent. We are going to be parents. And I told the person who, of course, I was with at the time, it's not as easy as, it's not an easy thing. Pregnancy and motherhood and all that is not easy for anyone. So, but for me, I think I was mentally prepared. And if you know me, you know I love children, and I was not doing anything to prevent it. Like, I was not under any contraception. Yeah, and okay, just the normal things. Like, I was not actively using contraception. So when I discovered I was pregnant, I made a conscious decision, like, not to tell people, because once you tell people, then all people feed you a lot of, especially family, and sorry to say, but most families, they give you a lot of pressure, like, you're not married, what is the plan? So for me, I decided I will not announce my pregnancy until 7 months. Those people who knew I was pregnant were like my inner circle, like my sister and a few friends, like hawajafika 10. Yeah, and of course I had to tell my boss, because it came to a point where I could not do some things, like lift heavy things and such, like, because, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I told a few people, and I think it was good for me because it helped me a lot with my mental health, because you don't want to be pregnant and at the same time watu wanakusumbua akili, you know. Yeah, so for me, that's what I chose. I chose to keep it a secret for some time, enjoy the pregnancy. Luckily for me, it is a good pregnancy, because I'm still pregnant. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, but right now I am 36 weeks and I think 6 days or 5 days, I'm not sure. So anytime from now you expect like a child. Anyway, hi. So I want to tell you my pregnancy journey, because for me, everything that I learned through social media. Not everything, almost everything, because I have never actively seen a person who's pregnant around me. Literally, when I became pregnant, I started seeing so many moms, and I was like, where have these people been? It's the same thing as when you buy a car and then you start noticing, oh, kumbe kuna watu wengine wako na gari. Yeah. So for me, that was it for pregnancy, and I started seeing, and then the people around me, even the people I used to work around, I didn't tell them until later on. A conscious decision also. I don't want to be the topic, I don't want to be talked about, and yeah. So my first trimester, I want to share with you what you need to know. So when you discover you're pregnant, the first thing you should do is go to the hospital. Mimi nilijua I'm pregnant at 4 weeks. At 4 weeks, I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't know you're supposed to go to the hospital. Like, sijui nilikuwa nafikiria nini. Anyway, the moment I think I had a flu, and I went to a chemist, and I told the guy, because I was talking to a friend of mine who was also really helping me, because he has a child, and so he was really helping me with figuring out. So when I told him I have a flu, he told me, you need to go to the, what is it called, to the chemist and tell them you're pregnant, so that they don't give you medication that you cannot take when you're pregnant. So when you're pregnant, you can't take acetrizine, all those flu medication out the window. You're like a baby now. You take akina paracetamol. I think for me that was all that I was taking. You see, the way when we were kids, you were drinking sujui medicine, sujui 1 times 3, amani 2 times 3. I can't even remember. You can take maramoja and panadol and all those things. Yeah, so when I went to that chemist, that's when that guy told me, and you need to go. Have you started your clinics? I told him no. And then he told me you should start your clinics. So when I went to the clinic, that's when they told me you're supposed to take supplements. So the moment you discover you're pregnant, or even before you're pregnant, you should take supplements. Like for the 12 weeks, the first 12 weeks, which are the first trimester, which is it's the most important part of pregnancy. Okay, the whole pregnancy is important, but for you to keep a pregnancy, the first trimester, you have to be very, very cautious. So, first of all, folic acid. It's called folic acid, that supplement. You take it once a day. I think it's 200 milligrams of folic acid every day. It's a supplement. It helps with the brain development of the kid, na ku avoid to like spine issues and everything. So for me, I discovered late, but it's not a big deal. Okay, it is, but you should like, now you know. For me, I didn't know. So after the first trimester, I think they started now adding like supplements. I was added for iron, whichever supplements for pregnancy. There's Pregnacare. There's a lot of supplements you can use. But for me, I was using IFAS. I'm still using IFAS. I've used it throughout my pregnancy, like since I think the second trimester. It's a combination of iron and folic acid. Of course, iron to reduce the risk of anemia, and you're growing a human being inside you, so you also need, a lot of blood. I also take a lot of beetroot juice. Yeah, beetroot I think is a detoxifier, and it also helps with iron. So you just blend beetroot and bananas and whatever you want to put in there. Anyway, yeah, so the first trimester, I had so many people saying, like when I decided to announce my pregnancy at 7 months, so many people are like, how was your first trimester? Like, kutapika, guys, I had no symptoms. I didn't have nausea. I didn't have vomiting. I didn't even have tiredness. And my body, like, it's like, I don't know. I didn't have any signs of pregnancy until, okay, not even until, I think the second trimester was the hardest for me. The first trimester going to the second trimester, I remember I didn't know, like, when you're pregnant, you usually have cramps haziishi. Like, you see the way you usually have cramping during periods. Now, as your uterus is expanding to accommodate this baby, you have cramping. And I experienced cramping for, I think, since until mid of the second trimester. So that's why I was saying, for me, I think that was the one which was hard. And I was even finding it very difficult to sleep. People are telling me, buy pregnancy pillow. You go online, you look at the price, you're like, am I buying this thing? No. So I remember, to sleep comfortably, I will sleep on, I will put a pillow between my legs and one behind my back. Yeah. And now one on my neck, so that you sleep comfortably. It reduces the pressure on your pelvic area. And then also, like, during the second trimester, you eat a lot, your appetite goes up. I'm telling you guys, I was not even adding weight. I started adding weight at the end of the second trimester. I think week 20 something. That's when I added weight. I remember, like, during the whole time I was waiting to add weight, because I've always been very petite. So I was waiting to add weight, and then it happened. And when it happened, I remember I had not gone for a clinic. You're supposed to attend at least 4 clinics. I think I've gone for 6. So at the 5th or 4th clinic, when I went, I had stayed for a month without, like, over a month, 1 month and 15 days without going for the clinic, mostly as a choice. Yeah, don't do that. But for me, I wasn't seeing the need to go higher. So because I had already had my tetanus shots, you're supposed to have tetanus shots, 2 of them during the second trimester, which are, I think, 1 month apart if it's your first pregnancy, and then the second one you also have another 2 shots, and then your third pregnancy, I think, 1 shot, something like that. Yeah, so as I was saying, where was I? Pregnancy brain. Anyway, sasa, yeah, I had added like 10 kgs. Right now, I think before I got pregnant, I was 54 kgs. The last clinic I went to, which was at 34 weeks, I was 71 kgs. Guys, your weight really shifts, and there's nothing you can do about it, because first of all, you need to feed the baby. As long as you're eating healthy, don't drink soda, don't drink Zoma Minute Maid, just do like natural things. Avoid fries. For me, I think fries were the hardest thing to stop taking, because mimi nakulanga chipo. Like I can eat chips every day. Yeah, not something I'm proud of. And then chili, I used kwanza first trimester. I didn't like the smell of meat or eating meat in general. So I will put pilipili in everything. Pilipili in anything that you can put pilipili in, literally. So when it came to the second trimester, I remember someone told me, no, you're not supposed to consume all that chili, because it's not good for you. Like, chili can raise your blood pressure quickly. For me, my blood pressure was pretty normal throughout the pregnancy. Yeah, so I didn't have any worries. Yeah, but what? Pregnancy is so beautiful, especially if it's not like complicated, it's not disturbing you, which I thank God for mine, because for real, I can't complain, like, except the normal tiredness, especially that trimester. You're constantly sleeping, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, who is this girl? Like, ona mashabu, ona. Yeah, there are things you should expect in pregnancy, like gaining weight, discoloration. As you can see, my neck is very dark. Like, you already see hyperpigmentation, especially around the stomach. The stomach gets darker. You get even a line. I don't know what that line is called. The black line from, yeah. Anyway, what else? During the second trimester is when you start to know the gender. I think from 23 weeks you can know the gender. For me, I discovered the gender of my baby at 29 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. What else to look out for? Mostly it's your blood pressure. Are you eating healthy? Do you go for your clinics regularly? Make sure you get those tetanus shots. Make sure you start your supplements early, and be consistent with them. You take your supplements every day. I've even remembered I've not taken my supplements today. And it's lunchtime, and I'm busy telling you guys, make sure you take your supplements every day. Anyway, yeah, during pregnancy, make sure you take your supplements every day. The moment you remember, take those supplements. Yeah, so I'm in the third trimester. I've not had any signs. So you're supposed to give birth between 36 to 42 weeks. So your pregnancy comes to term at 37 weeks, if I'm not wrong, and it can go all the way to 42 weeks. Now, past 42 weeks, you'll need an induction of labor, because it's not safe for you or the baby. So between 37 weeks and 42 weeks, you need to prep. So I've been online, of course, searching for ways to induce labor, like any other woman. Mostly because you don't want anything to be an emergency, or, yeah, just to prepare your body. So during the third trimester, I can advise you, walk a lot. I have been walking most days. On a serious note, walk, drink a lot of water. Before I got pregnant, I really had, like, I would only drink like half a liter of water per day. Now I have to drink 2 liters, of which I don't think nafikishanga 2 liters. I struggle with taking water, but I try, like, at least to take a liter of water every day. What else? Drink fruit juices, like natural fruit juices. Eat your greens. For me, greens were not it. Like, I don't like greens since the first trimester, and I don't know what's with that. It's food aversion. It comes with pregnancy. So I try as much as possible to eat fruits that have iron, because mimi na skuma na sijui hizo ma green I don't know why, But when I eat them, I feel like, no. Yeah, and eat a lot of meat. Your baby needs a lot of meat. And eggs. If you can eat eggs every day, eat them. Si kienyeji, those are normal eggs. Eat them every day because they have colic, which is very good for baby's development. In short, in pregnancy, a lot of proteins and a lot of vitamins are important because your baby is growing and they also need to be healthy. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say, during the first trimester, I also experienced UTIs. I have never had a UTI in my life, ever. So when it happened in pregnancy, I was a bit shocked. And yeah, so I obviously you have to see a gyna and you have to seek to get the correct medication, because for pregnancy you just don't take any medicine. There's specific medicine for pregnancy. I don't remember the name. I just remember it was written FMCG, if I'm not wrong. Also, my sister is a doctor in training, and I have a cousin who is also a doctor. So they've been really helping me throughout my pregnancy journey. If I have any issues, I just call them or text them and I have a solution. So yeah, unless it's something major, you have to go to the hospital. Look for a community around you who can help you. Yeah, so that has been it. And one thing that, okay, right now, if I was telling you, like in that trimester, you need to walk, eat fruits. So to induce labor, if you want to induce labor, you feel like you're ready, you have to take, I have seen people taking pineapples, some taking okra water, some taking dates, walking, of course, exercises, pelvic exercises, so that it's easy to open up your pelvis when you're giving birth. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I tried okra water one time. I've never had okra in my life, so I tried okra water. It's not that bad. I don't know why people exaggerate. Like, you just chop up the okra, put it in water, store it in the fridge for 24 hours, and then you drain the water. Like unachunga, you sieve. Kuchunga ni sieve. You sieve the water and then you take it. Like for me, I did that, I think, yesterday, and I didn't feel anything. Apparently, okra helps with the baby. Atoke tu sure. I don't know how true that is. There's so many myths around it. The point is just stay healthy. Walk around, walk. And that's it. One thing that I've learned in pregnancy, during my pregnancy, I've realized friends are really important. That community around you, it's very important. Because for me, I'm a first-time mom. I don't have a stable job and everything. So you're constantly wondering, oh, where will I get this? Will I get this? And wow, like what I can say, I've seen my friends come through for me in ways that I never thought was possible. You know, you're paid your salary, and then all of a sudden you have a UTI. You need to see a gyna. Seeing a gyna is money. Getting the medication is money. Like, it's a constant, like, your life before, especially if you're not financially stable, it's really hard for pregnancy. But for me, I think I have very good friends, and they really have helped me. Hey, like even in buying baby clothes, in buying like things the baby needs, aqua sleeper, shawls, everything. Do you need money for food? Do you need money for, I don't know, what do people need? Like, they are there for you. Like, having that community is very, very important. Like, even taking you to clinics. Mimi, I'm telling you, during the first trimester and second trimester, I don't think I ever went to a clinic alone. There's always a friend accompanying me there, like, for the support. And yeah, it's just beautiful, like, having a community that really loves you and are willing to help you. Anyway, my advice to anyone who's pregnant, you've just discovered you're pregnant and you don't know what to do, just take it one day at a time and wrap your head around it. Like, embrace it. Don't try to hide and fight it. Just embrace it. And if you're not pregnant, if you're not ready for a child, I'll tell someone to be financially stable first before you decide to get pregnant or get a baby. But also, if even when you're financially stable, you need to be in the right headspace. Because for me, I think what really has helped me is the fact that I've been at the right headspace. Like, I wanted a baby, and the baby came. Yeah, I wanted a baby for a very long time, since I think I was in first year. I had baby fever on end, but yeah. So it happens at God's timing, to be honest. Yeah, and I embraced it. I've loved my journey. Some people around me, I don't think they have wrapped their heads around the fact that I'm pregnant and I'm going to be a mom. But what really matters is you. Wewe ndo una matter in this equation. You have to be mentally, mentally there. If you're not, you're going to have a hard time. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you've learned something, because I really have learned a lot through social media. Like, so many things I didn't know even were normal during pregnancy, like those cramping, adding weight. Okay, adding weight is normal. Like the do's and don'ts of pregnancy, I didn't know most of them. Like, you're not supposed to take eggplants during pregnancy. You don't take those raw pineapples during the first trimester. It could lead to a miscarriage, like excessive hot water. Like, you learn through Google, and you learn, and you can maneuver. Imagine. So you call that trimester, guys. Yeah, so all you can do now is pray to God. Also pray to God a lot, because God controls everything. He's literally, you just pray for a safe pregnancy, a safe delivery. That's all you can do, because you never know. Unaweza kuwa pregnant, sijui blood pressure, sijui preeclampsia. Yeah, so just be careful. If you have any signs like bleeding, or your feet and hands are swelling, or you have what, dizziness, any signs you feel are abnormal, go to your gyna, get checked out. Most times it's nothing, but how do you know? Yeah, so that has been my pregnancy journey. To be honest, it's been very beautiful. I've loved it. I don't know if I'll do it again. Let's see how the delivery will be. Anyway, I'm just praying to God. Also pray for me to have a safe delivery. And yeah, if I'm back, guys, I'm trying to be back to YouTube now that I have a lot of free time. Mnaweza jaribu to watch, ama like, ama subscribe. Just choose one of the three things: comment, like, share, or subscribe, please. Anyway, that's it for this video. You can ask your questions down below, or you can even leave suggestions of videos you'd like to see. Right now I'm doing a lot of cooking, a lot of staying at home, nesting. So whatever video you want to see, I'll do. Mkikosa kuniambia pia nitafanya zenye najisikia. Yeah, but I'm in a happy place. I'm so happy. I thank God for, mambo ya Mungu ni mingi. And I believe, even with people judging people, like, why you pregnant without being married and all that, God is the real judge. Jesus said, if you are one without sin, please be the one to first cast a stone at this woman. So reserve your judgments. Hata kama umeokoka aje, reserve your judgments and just support and show love to pregnant mothers, pregnant people. Okay, kuna pia pregnant mothers. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Kama umefika hapa mwisho wa hii video, you are a real one, and I appreciate you for that. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.